What's up, YouTube fans? This RC Beyond checking in. I want to do a review of the Audi Inferno GT Kyosho. This is the nitro version. I bought this vehicle maybe about 3 weeks ago. Since then, I was impressed and not impressed. Let's get right to the review. Alright, this is the Audi body. I like it. It's real nice. This was the reason why I bought it. It has real graphics. It's just a real nice body. It has light buckets, so it's kind of sweet. I like the body. Okay, so this is the review about the car. I'm gonna give you all the good parts of the car, I guess, first. All right. Has a metal chassis. It comes with a real nice motor, nitro motor. Has a real nice clutch system in it. Has a decent little starter muffler system. I guess overall, if I grade this car on a 1 to 10 basis, out the box, I'm gonna have to give it a 6. And now let's get into it, because I'm really a little upset about this vehicle. I spent $5.99 for it, brand new. Since then, now remember, I had this car for only 3 weeks so far. Since then, I had to replace the servo. The servo that came in it went out. I changed all the screws in it to stainless steel Allen wrench because it came with Phillips. I was shocked that this car came with Phillips screws. I was not expecting that. But I did talk to a gentleman, and he said he believed that all Kyosho cars came with Phillips screws. So, okay, I guess I'm going to have to let that kind of be me being kind of petty with that, I guess. But I was playing with this car maybe 3 days ago, and I guess, I don't know if you can call it, I was bashing or whatever, but I was going up and down. I was turning around. I was doing a couple of donuts, and I was just having a good time with it, you know. And the dog bone in the front wheel bent. Didn't hit anything, just bent. And I couldn't believe that it had did that. So I had to go in there and figure out what the problem was. But the problem was the dog bones had so much slop that they was getting stuck inside of the shaft where the dog bone sits. So they was getting stuck like in this little shaft right here, and I had to put a spring in it. Or you could put most people use nitro fuel tubing, but I put a spring in it just for it to give it like a little play, and it should spring back and forth if it needs to. That was one of my pet peeves I didn't like about that. And I was that kind of upset me a little bit. Then I can't believe they made these right here plastic. I was driving it, and I locked the brakes up, and it slid into the curb, but it didn't really hit the curb hard, but it bumped the curb, and the wheel broke off. Like, it actually broke all of this back here. This piece, that piece, I had to buy all that. Then right after that, as a couple of days ago, I was driving it, playing with it again, kind of, doing a couple of turns, like driving it, and the shock came apart. The shocks are plastic. Now, I'm kind of blown away with plastic shocks on a $600 car, so that requires another upgrade. Yeah, the shocks are plastic. If you try to adjust them too much to give it a little bit more stiffness, the shock will not adjust, because the I guess the outside shock, I guess the casing of the shock is plastic, and when you turn this down, it won't go down any further because it don't have enough strength to hold on to the plastic grooves, so it just stays in one spot. So since then, I put a little piping tape on it just to give it a little bit more strength to hold on, to give it some grip. You can see that the tires are real. They're not good, but like I said, I only had it for 3 weeks and they already bald. So you can see that I'm like turning it, doing some like road racing, if that's what you want to call it, because that's what I'm doing. It's like road racing. I do a couple of donuts in it because I like the way the car it does. It has real good torque. First gear is very strong. So but the car requires a few upgrades, and I after that I checked into it. They do have a kit version where it comes without the motor, and that's $649. But I didn't really see that it didn't come with Phillips screws. I didn't really look at it to see does it come with different shocks. But for a kit version, it's called a kit version, and it's called something gt2, something like that. I hope that's a better version than what this is, because since then I almost spent maybe another $80 on top of what I paid for the car, just for it to be where this is at. I'm starting to play with it every day. The weather is getting better, so it's just, and the tires. When I first got the box, how you look at it, you shake it a little bit to see the wheels. The wheels were so sloppy, like they moved. They were moving, like wiggling, like the tie rods were loose, but it wasn't the tie rods. It was the shaft that the wheel sits on. I had to shim it. Now, I have a few other cars. Like maybe I'm comparing them to the wrong cars, but I'm a real Losi fan. I have Losis. I have a lot of them. I like Losi. And I never had to shim their cars before. And I figured Kyosho was on the same grade as Losi. And I'm really shocked I had to shim it. Even though this is shaking, this is better than what it was before. Like maybe this one probably need another shim in it. But yeah, it was real bad, like especially in the front. So I might have to shim this one some more because I see it still got a little wiggle in it. But these are the things I had to do before I really got down to play with it. I took the screws out because I just don't like Philip. That was like the number one thing I did when I first got it. Like, I went and tried to change all the screws. You know, some of them I haven't changed because they just here and there, you know. And when it's time for me to take them out and get some more, I will. But the most of the whole car is like 95% all stainless steel screws as of right now. But I'm gonna say this servo for the steering is actually a decent servo. This came with it. It's not too bad. The remote that came with it, for some apparent reason, maybe I may just got a bad one. I tried to use it when I first got it, and I didn't really have any range. So I had to instant go buy another receiver for my Futaba, and I threw that in there. So that kind of made me a little mad too. Like, wow, I had to go, you know, even though I was going to do it, put the Futaba receiver in here, I had to do it faster than what I was planning to do. So I ordered some belted tires, and I really had to make this video. I haven't made any videos in a while, but this right here kept bothering me, and I believe that me as a RC person or consumer, this is something you need to know before you buy this GT Inferno Kyosho. Kyosho is a real good name that I used to hear when I was younger, and I always wanted one, but I don't know. After this one, before I buy it, I would have to see it in person. In all the hobby stores I go to didn't have it, so I just ordered it offline without even really doing any investigations. I watched a couple of YouTube videos, and I was watching the performance instead of watching the actual vehicle and see how it was made, just looking at it real good, and I didn't. So maybe that might be my fault, but I thought I was following a good brand as of Kyosho, and I feel I didn't get my money's worth. But it is what it is. When I get done with it, it will be a real high-end contender car, and I will do another review of that car when it's completely done with new tires, new shocks, all of that on there. So I hope y'all watch this video before you purchase a Kyosho Inferno GT2. This is RC Beyond. First review of any car that I have ever owned. I always do like a couple of upgrades and stuff to show you this is what you can do to a car. But other than that, I hope you liked the video. The Kyosho is a nice car. I love the body. Like, that sold me first. The body was awesome. So, other than that, if you buy it, just prepare yourself to know what you about to get. I'm not going to say the servo is going to do that, what it did to mine, but if it does, I gave you the heads up. This is all I'm trying to do, is give you the heads up on this vehicle and know what you're spending your $600 on. So, enjoy. Thank you. Peace.